guys, welcome to the only podcast on the internet.
It's true. No one's making content but us. No one's saying anything. Everyone on Twitter is quiet except for Hampton Yunt and Dave Ross.
Yeah,
and that's
fucking,
us.
You fucking losers. You should have gotten on the ball and started making a podcast or done something. I mean, we cornered the market. Sorry.
You know how you can tell that the world is going through, shall we say, changes?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What? Wait, what?
I just woke up, dude. I just woke up.
Oh, yeah, man. I wanted to go to the protest, but I was tired. I was too tired.
I'm sleepy. Yeah.
Okay, so there are a lot of ways that one might, be able to, a lot of things that you might be able to point to as signifiers that people are changing their minds, that there's a revolution. But I think the biggest one is the fact that the American flag in Hampton's room is now upside down.
I don't know what to say, guy. I don't know if I believe in the country anymore.
It's upside down now.
Dude, I knew you'd notice the little things. I knew you'd notice, but I don't want to make this too visual a podcast. You guys should check out the YouTube page.
Yes, it's on YouTube.
We have subscribe to the Y'all Lever YouTube, and I have okay, Dave, start telling me like a really sad story.
Okay, I have a sad story I'm going to tell you. It's called My Life.
No, okay, for like a bit. I like this already, but yeah, like for a bit, like
No, I know you want to do a bit, but my thing is that I want to do a bit that hijacks yours. Okay, I'll do it. Okay. I got it.
Yeah, do something sad. Yeah, kind of.
So I was born, and that sucked. And immediately after birth, both of my parents started punching me. It sucked. It was really okay. We're doing a lot of video bits this week, I guess.
Dude, keep going.
Hampton immediately pulled up a Playboy and started reading it. He's not beating off, though. That's good.
Oh, shit.
Now
dude.
he's looking at a centerfold, which I don't...
No,
and it's a big centerfold, and he wants me to keep telling my story. Damn, dude. Is that Jenny McCarthy?
Dude, now it's Pam Anderson on the front, dude. The hottest.
My God, it is Pamela Anderson.
That's why I have it. She's the hottest woman that we're allowed to look at.
Right, totally.
She's the only naked woman on the internet. This is the only podcast on the internet.
Damn.
That's the way it is.
Dude, do you remember when she got married to Tommy Lee? That was crazy. I remember. I remember when that happened when I was a kid, and I was like, even as a kid, I was like, who gives a shit about this? Why is this interesting?
Dude, I'm so glad, really, we weren't really aware of what was happening during that generation.
Yeah.
A lot of that pop culture stuff was just in the background while we're growing up, but we didn't we weren't absorbed with the OJ trial or Tommy Lee and
oh my God,
Bill Clinton, all that stuff. I'm just glad I really was a child still, really, when all that was happening.
I remember being called in. I was at my grandma's house, and oh God, he's looking at a fucking Playboy again.
It's a good bit. It's a good bit.
It is a good bit. No, it's a great fucking bit, man. It's great.
Guys, don't check out the YouTube channel to see these great. All right, so
yeah. Look at the YouTube channel if you, or you're gonna catch these hands. I'm pretty violent. I'm like a cop that way.
Wait, I want to hear this story.
Oh yeah. I was. I remember it distinctly. We were at my grandma's house. Mm-hmm. My family, for whatever fucking reason, we were over there for the week, and I got called into my grandma's room. She had a TV in her room, and it was the OJ car chase. And I watched it for a second, and I was like, "Who is this?" And my cousin, who's 15 years older than me, was like, "It's O.J. Simpson." And I looked right at him and I said, "From Naked Gun?" And he was like, "Yes, from Naked Gun.
Yes.
And that's like how I knew who O.J. Simpson was, from Naked Gun.
Me too, dude.
Yeah. And
That's
he was
so
great.
funny, man. That's
He
I
was.
will say, as far as a murderer goes, he's one of my favorite actor murderers. Dude, imagine if Roman Polanski directed OJ.
Whoa.
From a script Woody Allen wrote.
Boy.
I'm actually a good producer. I'm really bringing all these people together here mentally.
If only I had a Playboy to pull up right now.
Yeah.
Totally.
Go on,
Woody
man.
Allen. It's a good list.
No, but I remember
man.
like being like, oh, Naked Gun. Like that's all I knew
Right.
from. But then so weird, like, is I really enjoy now as an adult, like all this OJ shit that's come out in recent years, because
Totally.
I didn't realize how famous he was.
Me neither.
And like literally the only equivalent I can think of is Shaquille O'Neal. Like he's in movies. He's like every commercial is Shaq. Like literally Shaq endorses like 20 different brands.
I was
He'll
wondering
have,
what that
Shaquille-
meant.
Yeah.
The only person like OJ is Shaq. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, no,
let's
sorry,
hear him
not
out.
with the murdering. Not, okay. Sorry, I didn't. Oh no, I would never.
Well, I mean, but
say-
also,
I would
you
never
know-
imply that Shaq would do anything illegal.
But there's also I totally know what you're saying. He's like famous in every category. But the reason I bucked at that a little was that
Yeah.
Shaq is like super active in his community and like, you know, doesn't hit
Same
his
with
wife
O-
and
oh,
stuff
wait,
like
you're
that.
right. No, wait, you're right. Sorry, I was about to say same with OJ, but I was like, no, he did a bunch of charity, but he like did nothing for the community. That like
At all. No, he like turned his back on it entirely. And I know that because I
Yeah.
just watched a documentary about it, the whole thing. So
dude, could you send that to me? Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't get this shit when I was a kid. I'm glad, but because it's funny. Like that stuff now seems interesting. Like I think now I could really like listen to the Lorena Bobbitt story and be like, okay, like this is really a story about spousal abuse. Like he used to
Totally.
beat her and stuff. But like at the time, it was like man's penis thrown in the grass. Like the Where's
Dude.
Waldo of penises. Where did his penis go?
I've been thinking a lot about the 90s recently as a result of the anti-racist movement right now. And kind of with every single news story, granted, we were kids. And so perhaps I just didn't see the discord and the discourse, like the actual intelligent discussion around it. But I just remember my family, who are smart and very liberal, I don't really recall being talked about in any of these cases about the complexities of it. I don't have any memory of anyone saying anything except they threw his dick out the window or whatever.
Like, that's fucked up. that was the just cultural reaction to everything. It's like, oh, riots, dude, that was fucking crazy when that happened. And
Totally,
it's like
dude.
It's just no reflection because the news itself was just like, we don't know what's happening, and corporations own our discourse. So you know, it's the birth
and
of
like
a lot of that shit.
I think a big part of it is like white America as a culture was so insanely separate from Black America as a culture. I really think my parents like equated Rodney King with Reginald Denny, which is just not the case. Like,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, Reginald Denny got the shit kicked out of him in public, and that's awful. But like, it happened in the middle of race riots that hundreds of years had been leading up to, and
he
no
was
one.
trying to drive through.
Yes,
Keep
exactly.
that in mind. He's trying to fucking drive through the riots. Oh, and he's a racist. And what's the mentality there? It's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want anybody to get the shit kicked out of him, but it's also like he's begging for a shit kicking. Like,
Right.
Like, I don't know what to say, man. Like,
Well, sure, and what I'm
don't get beat the fuck up.
Well, and what I'm saying is that it's like they just didn't even. It's weird. Like I said, I've been thinking about this a lot. My parents literally, they're so liberal, and it's very important to them. And my mom has been an activist everywhere we live to the point of us getting death threats and stuff. She gave me all kinds of lectures when I was growing up about not being racist, not being homophobic, all those things. And yet still, she was like, both of these are bad in the same way. Also, when Fuck the Police came out and when Cop Killer came out, my parents demonized them, and they were like, "The police are here to help us. You can't just hurt the police." They literally
one should fuck the police. No one, not even their wives. It's like, okay.
That's a joke a lot of people make. Yes. No, but my point is like I've been thinking about that a lot because of all this, and it's so interesting to me how like even people who actively were trying to be on the right side of things just so incredibly didn't get it. I think in the 90s it was just like there was no listening at all. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And I didn't mean to go on this rant that's just serious about how embarrassed I am about it. But it's just funny to look back at the 90s and be like, damn, dude, was anyone trying to hear each other at fucking all? No. Lorena Bobbitt was an abused wife who cut a guy's dick off after like years and years of abuse and leading up to it. And everyone was like, you bitch.
Shut up. Yeah, exactly. Like, no one bothered to listen. Yeah, exactly. I'd say that's the thing. It's just kind of a, anxiety about the whole thing where you're like.
It's good that we're getting here now, though. You know, it's good. It's good that we are. Yeah, Playboy, jerking off at boobies.
What were they talking about back then? Okay.
What year is this Playboy from?
2004. Holy shit.
Damn, dude. That's the year I graduated from college. Good year, dude. College is so fun, dude. You make your best friends ever in college, dude. Did you know that? Drinking, fucking skipping class, fucking parties, dude. Frats, you know, my frat.
My frat, me and my frat, we're family. Family. We're more like family because we'll definitely go to jail for each other. You know, we'll definitely like do shit that's way illegal to other people and totally lie for each other. We'll do that. It's like the Marines in a lot of ways. How we do crooked bad shit, and that's in a lot of ways that's like a family. And they'll help me get a job. You know.
No, but what are the articles?
Okay, dude, it's pretty good. Okay, death and dishonor, the brutal home front murder of an Iraq vet. Okay.
Jesus. Wait, this is in Playboy? Oh, my God.
Dude, look how hard I am. Dude, I just read the articles and get hard.
Totally, dude.
Yes. I just get hardicles. This juiced, ripping the cover off baseball steroid scandal.
Wow.
That was a big deal at the time that they made baseball players go in front of Congress and say, "Sorry, we lied, Congress. You guys are so pure. Sorry, we lied about our sport." That's about balls getting hit with sticks. Oh, I'm sorry I lied. to entertain you pieces of shit who are ignoring everything societally. Anyway.
It's also just like, I don't know, man. I don't know much about sports, so I can't weigh in too hard. But I also do think it's a little fucking hypocritical to just completely to have a sport that's like the most popular thing in America and just actively value only how far you hit a ball and then think it's that crazy when people take drugs.
Yeah, maybe we were valuing the wrong thing. Baseball players used to be like paid a turnip and shit. Like, you know, like it's not that old of a sport, you know, like guys, let's scale this back. Why are they getting like $20 million a year for like, you know?
Totally.
Anyway, sorry. That's me being kind of stupid. This one's pretty great, dude. This one really caught my eye. Matthew Perry, 20 questions.
Oh, here we fuck. Dude, oh my God. I am so excited for this. Can we do a thing where you tell me the question and I try to guess his answer?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, of course.
I can't.
Yeah,
I want to.
Guys, I don't know if we're even going to do a regular episode. This sounds like a whole new, better podcast. And we just read old, like early 2000s Playboys questions and the answers stars were giving. Like when there's like riots and shit, we'll pick Playboys that were coming out while there was like complete racial injustice.
Oh, okay, my God.
So there's a great quote from Matthew Perry, though, attached to that. Matthew Perry, 20 questions. He goes, I don't want to star in any more Love Boat movies.
What are you talking about, dude?
I don't know that. What? There was no love. I mean, he was being funny. You know, because he's so funny.
He's so
one of the show's friends. One of the girls was like he called her a slut, and I fucking pissed cum, dude. I fucking pissed hot cum out of my dick. I was laughing so hard.
Is that what you think happens when you laugh, Hampton? Wait. Or hold on, I have a better question.
Yeah.
Does that happen when you laugh?
Yes.
You piss hot cum? Damn, dude. Matthew Perry, I think the thing that I like about him the most is that he's so likable. And that he seems like my best friend.
Have you heard some of the stories about him?
No.
It's legendary.
Like he screams at fucking PAs and shit, that kind of stuff?
I don't know if it's that. It might be. It definitely could be. He's definitely like just known as a gigantic asshole. And like all the stories are more just like he doesn't tip. Like it's kind of insane. Like
oh my God.
He like will literally stop other people from tipping. Like one of the stories was how like the guy was trying to tip and Matthew Perry was like, no, they were. It's like free here. And he's like, I know, I'm trying to tip. And he's like, no, don't do that. Like, it's just like an insane. He was
psychotic.
Like, yeah, he's like psychotic. And I'm going to try to find that. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's okay, dude.
There's
I like the
so
sound of pages turning.
Yeah, they're all. You'll notice none of these are stuck together.
Oh, boy.
That's how good I am as a person.
Well, no, it's Georgia's. That's why. Your copy's in the bedroom.
This is great.
I know where it is. Did you find it?
Yeah, I went to the front. I forgot that they used to have like a glossary and index in like all magazines. You know,
in the back. Oh my God, that's
or
right.
In the front and the back. It used to be like, this is a textbook. You're gonna really want to, like, it'll have like important words. You should go back and like, oh, that's what that word meant. Yeah. Oh, ejaculate. I get it now. Oh, dude, it was the one page that was stuck together.
Oh, that makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah. They're such good questions. Okay. Okay, first questions. Now that Friends is over, what would you have Chandler do differently?
Okay, what would Matthew Perry say to that? I think that he would literally say, I'm going to try to actually guess, because I fucking think he's a tool. I think he's a fucking... I think he's a loser, this guy. For the record, I think Matthew Perry's a fucking loser.
Yes,
I like that movie, The Whole 9 Yards, though. That was fun, because Bruce Willis, you know, he's pretty aggressive.
It's good no matter what. It's just a good movie. Bruce Willis is a piece of shit. I mean, he's he's awful.
That movie should be called Two Pieces of Shit, One Cup.
It's like an equation. It's like whole 9 yards equals 2 pieces of shit with a cup. You know. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
The whole 2 pieces of shit.
The whole 2 pieces of shit.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
Okay, so now that Friends is over, what would you have had Chandler do differently?
I think it's time for him to move out on his own. I think it's time for Chandler to get his own apartment. You know, he's lived with the Friends for a while, but you know, he's got a good job. And so it's time for him to go out on his own.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, he's like, you know, when I think about Chandler, I think really the actor should get like several chances to make shitty shows. When I think of Chandler, I think about how that man should just be given chance upon chance to use his entitlement and take away from voices and just give the multimillionaire another pilot. Oh, this time he's got a podcast. This time he's a therapist and all his patients are crazy. Like, just stop. Like, do you have enough money? Can you shut up? Like, Jesus, fuck. So
I think what we'll do is we'll have a new show. He'll get a new show, right? Where his roommate is just the basic idea of Hollywood boringness, and it's called Best Friends. It's I just share an apartment with the sheer idea of just being me, and it's called Best Friends.
That's really funny. Best Friends.
It's me and in an apartment with 2 other Chandlers.
Oh God.
What did he say? What's the answer?
His response is, I would have had him rethink the sweater vests. And then he probably made this face for 20 whole minutes of like Chris D'Elia arched eyebrow, just like, can you believe I said something?
Yeah, totally. Like, if you look closely, you'll see that the words "aren't I cute" are tattooed on my eyelids.
How would I have done Chandler differently? I don't know. Maybe I would have sucked less dick. Like, the guy's like, what? He's like, no, that was a part of Chandler. That was a part of the character that I never told anybody.
That's so funny.
He was sucking dick nonstop. Yeah, Joey, Ross, the monkey, everybody. Phoebe had a dick.
Dude, that's so funny. What's one thing you would change about Chandler? I just honestly wished he had to suck less dick. I just suck everyone's fucking dick, man.
Dude, it's so much. His real answer is so much more obnoxious. I would have had him rethink the sweater vests.
Dude, fuck you.
Shut up. Just shut up, dude.
Friends is like, the reason Friends is so popular is that there's absolutely nothing edgy about it at all. It hurts no one. It affects nothing. They're friends, but they're like clearly they're like millionaires. They live in like a fucking loft in the Lower East Side or what, and they just sit at a coffee shop. What do they do?
They should have just had like every episode of Friends where they're at the coffee shop. They should have just had black people on the outside of the coffee shop just hitting the window, like talk about anything real. Like, dude,
totally.
What world is this? Why can't we penetrate this bubble? Rioters are like busting through the windows and like society's collapsing outside of the Central Perk, and they're just like, I heard Ross is dating a girl who's 10 years younger than him. Oh boy, I guess we're all gonna nut. I guess we're all gonna have orgasms, huh?
Dude, we should write a show. We should write a show called Neighbors that's about everyone else who lives in their building, and they're just like, man, can you fucking believe those idiots? They're just like yapping at 4 a.m. about bullshit. I'm trying to sleep. I got to get up and go to. I'm a fucking firefighter.
Honestly, that's a brilliant concept that I'm far too lazy to execute.
Definitely.
That's brilliant. Like, if you made a show that was like every episode is a reaction to what's happening in the Friends like apartments, and they're just downstairs dealing with it. Yeah. And it's like every episode could like line up. That would just I smarter people than us, Dave, will gods will make this show.
We give this to you, our listeners. If you have any drive at all, please do it, because we don't. We have an upside down American flag, and that's our massive contribution.
Also, dicks are at half mast today. I think I'll save some of these for later. I mean, what do you think? Should I do one more, or should I think
we should do one more before we break.
Okay.
And
I'll do another short one. I like when he gives. Some of these are a little long, and I don't want to read what this man says.
Long like a dick. It's pretty funny.
I love you. All right. That's Friends. That's a show. That's the show Friends. All right. So, Playboy goes, you attended a private boys' school in Ottawa. Surprise, surprise. What did you learn there that you wouldn't have learned in public school? Dude, talk about everything. Like, are you serious? This man doesn't tip. This fucking fool doesn't know how fucking society works. He doesn't understand minimum wage. He doesn't understand. I love that.
Okay, I think I have
a private boys' school in Ottawa. What did you learn there that you wouldn't have learned in public school?
I actually think I have a pretty good guess.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah. I think the main thing I learned is that you wouldn't think it, but Christian girls are actually pretty freaky.
Holy shit, dude!
Is that it?
You might be so fucking. It's so close. He goes. The
girls are pretty hot. I mean,
I think I'm gonna say the question again. You attended a private boys' school in Ottawa. What did you learn there that you wouldn't have learned in public school? He goes, the desire to have women around always.
fucking dick. Fuck you, dude.
You got it. It was absolutely like, women are objects. I just want whatever the answer is. I need you to know that I think less of women, and that when I look at them, I can't help but sexualize them at any age. At any age, I will. First and foremost, before I get to know a woman, it's I want a lot of them around me, because then the potential that I could have sex with all of them at once. Playboy, if I can respond. Playboy, are you writing this down, Playboy?
Wow. I didn't realize how much I hate him. I didn't know, but I really do.
I really
just
hate
do.
him. I've hated him for a while. I'm glad we share this. I fucking hate his guts. This is great. All right.
Yeah, let's take a break. I think we got a fucking toothpaste ad or some shit. Who knows? Whatever. Shut up. Fuck you.
You guys are great. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out our albums. I want to send people to stuff. Oh yeah, and check out my YouTube channel and subscribe if you like seeing content and stuff. Yeah.
We both have other podcasts, and we both have Patreons. Also, this podcast has a Patreon. Yeah, I think it's a good play to say. If you like our stuff, there's a bunch of stuff we have that costs money, and there's a bunch of stuff we have that is free. Supporting any of that is wonderful. I also urge you, I imagine if you're listening, you're like a feminist and Black Lives Matter is important to you, please keep donating to Black Lives Matter and bail funds. Protesting is continuing to go. Yeah. It's so important. I hope you're contributing in whatever way makes sense for you. No pressure on a specific thing, but
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some of your stuff that you guys wrote in for our Y'all Ever prompt.
Hell yeah,
I forget
dude.
what the prompt was, but
well, a lot has changed in the past 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. We've gotten a lot of different kinds of responses.
I think we kind of hit the email is y'alleveremail@gmail.com. We've given a bunch of prompts that, and I think most recently we went back to y'all ever date in quarantine, but then we've gotten a bunch of emails we haven't. Oh, and y'all ever been essential? That was a big one. Y'all ever been essential workers? But I think we're just going to hit the reset button and read some of our favorites that we've missed over the past few weeks. And, yeah. See you in a sec.
Be right back. So, dude, as you know, I'm like really into conspiracy theories. And
what?
Coming up with bullshit. You've seen the flag. It's upside down.
Is it? Here's my question. Is it?
Good. Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. If you think about it, maybe that's right side up. You know what I mean, dude? Fucking, I don't know. Hashtag comedy. Anyway.
Maybe they're not the Illuminati. Maybe they're the Illuminites.
Illuminasty, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. Illuminasty woman.
But like, so as all of the shit, I'm sorry, that deserved a lot more. As all of the world has been crumbling, I was even tweeting about it. I was like, where are the video game sales?
Oh, like, dude.
I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like, why aren't video game, companies stepping up and being like, hey, coronavirus? Like, and so there were some sales kind of initially, and then like literally when the protests and the riots happened, more so I would just say the protests, the massive political upheaval. Literally on Xbox, I check every day, see what the deals are. It was every game I'd ever looked at over the last year on sale. Just everything was on sale. I mean, it's
funny,
it's like what a normal sale would be times like 5. It was insane.
The only system I have is Switch, and Switch is the exact same. Everything's on sale. And what's funny is that, like, that's cool, and it's good to know, and you should take advantage of this, but also it's kind of devious because people are out protesting. Like, fuck off, dude.
Like, I don't want to get, like, all fucking Zach De La Roche here, but it's like, what the fuck, Nintendo? Xbox Live, you lied to me! Xbox Live! Like, something's up, man. I was like, tell me there's not a conspiracy here by video game companies being like, please don't go riot, just play video games. Like, I mean,
totally, dude.
I'm not. Maybe I've seen Fight Club one too many times, but like, it's just, it can't be a coincidence. The biggest sale I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I don't think it's a coincidence. I would probably some of them are fucking. It is devious. They're like, hey, we're gonna keep them home. But I think mostly it's them. Their sales went down, and they were like, we got to get the sales back up, and they're not even thinking about what that means. Just like, look at the world, man. We're all taking hits right now. Sorry, bro. We're fucking taking hits. Everything is being consumed less. Except for the content that applies to what's happening right now, and that is good. So, yeah.
Yeah, no,
deal
you're
with
making
it.
a very rational point, and I'm getting upset. If I can tell you, dude, you're really upsetting me with like any sort of rationality
Logic,
right now. Like, I fucking hate it, dude.
Sorry, dude.
I wiped my ass with the census, dude. I wiped my ass with it.
Well, but here's my question. Do you? Do you?
It's kind of a good point if you don't think about it.
I will say this, though. I did take advantage of the sales.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to even disclose, but I will say everything I bought was like 80% on sale. Like, I never try to spend that much, but it was like the deals were insane. So I literally bought like games that I'm like,
yeah, dude.
once I play all through these games, I'm going to have more games. Like, yeah, I definitely loaded up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the cool thing with
$10.
Switch is I think
Yeah.
Switch is like going through. I don't know if this is the plan, but it seems like every handful of days they just pick a different two of the proprietary Nintendo games to make 20% or 30% off. And so, right now, new Super Mario Brothers and Mario Party 8 or 9 are both 30% off, which is crazy because those games.
See, that's a CIA op, dude, right now.
Right. Yes. Totally. I do think that
That's
on
a government
Nintendo's
op,
part,
dude. Nintendo.
I do think maybe on Nintendo's part it's shitty because Nintendo is a massive company and they should know better. But like, there's also the reality that they're fucking the proprietary Nintendo games. Most of them are like 5 years old and they still cost $60. So get in there and pay $40 for them because they're
Dude,
not
you're
going to cost $40 ever
You're
again.
getting really upset. Like, this is. I like how this is really politicizing you. Like, you're just like, it's not right. You know why? Because the war finally came to the home front. I'll say
no.
The war finally touched something that was real to you.
Yeah, but I have a question. I only have one question about that. Did it?
Nah, yeah, I'm listening, dude. Let's read
No,
some
I bought new Super Mario Brothers. I've always wanted it, and it's always been $60. But I also got Ori and the Blind Forest, which is a like indie game people have told me about so much. That's on sale too, and I was all skeptical because it's a platformer and an indie game, and I played it, and while I was playing it, I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever done.
Yeah. It looks really beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
the funny
beautiful.
thing is like I just bought an indie game. I bought Unravel, where literally the entire game you're playing like a piece of string. And it's like, how more tapped out from like civilization could I be, where I'm like, I just want to be a string that's trying to find its way to a wish. Like, it's like the most insane storyline of like, there's a string that needs to find its way home to a little bin of buttons that a grandma wants to make into a sweater. And I'm like, cool, damn, I'm getting this. This is going to be fucking awesome.
Totally.
I'm going to play like System of a Down in the background while like, playing it super hard.
I just want to make a video game where the premise is that it's like Charles Dickens, but like no one's poor.
That's really fucking awesome. Yeah, Charles Dickens without all that, grimy capitalism shit in the background. Dude, so like, I always think of that. Did you ever see the movie Her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember
Where
that?
he like falls in love with a robot.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is like playing, a failed stand-up comic or something, and he's like depressed in the future, but like he's always playing that video game, and that's what I think of every time I play an indie game. They're like, that's the same vibe of every indie game. It's just like, hi, this is a little, like, I'm just a little scared button. I don't know where I'm going. Like, they
Right.
really play this weird, like, kind of, like, cutesy factor. There's a lot of scary games, but I think there's an overwhelming amount of, like, platformers that are, like,
Cutesy. Yes.
yeah, it's like, it's almost like, you know.
It's literally, no, you're right. It's
Yeah.
like the orange has to get back to its
Yeah.
tree.
It's like if,
shut up.
It's like, yeah. It's like, is Bright Eyes writing these video games? Like, did you get Connor Oberst to write this video game script? Or he's like,
It's
there's
the
a
story
tea
of a
kettle.
lonely tear that has to get back to Connor Oberst's eyes.
Yeah, Cuphead. It's about a cup of tea, and he wants to get home to his girlfriend. Like, I don't know.
Cuphead's crazy though because it's like a story
Scary.
of two cups that are like super violent and have been thrown out of their house.
Yeah, Cuphead is about the two girls, one cup, and like he's trying to get revenge on the girls. That's what Cuphead's all about. He gets his friend to fucking. Did you see what those girls did to me? Did you see that? Well, we gotta kill him, dude. I can't. It's like irreversible. Like he can't live with the trauma.
Oh my god! Dude. The idea that there's a version of Two Girls One Cup that's like the Disney Beauty and the Beast, where the cup is like
Yeah.
dancing and.
Oh no! Yeah, he's got big eyes and.
And the candlestick is like, this
Yeah.
is fucked up, man. Leave him alone.
There's shit inside of the Cuphead.
The candlestick
It's a good
and
movie.
the fucking and the armoire and the clock are all like, leave it alone, okay? That's my friend. Stop shitting in the. You know, that cup has a mother.
Those girls are just loose in the mansion. They're just shitting and everything, and like, you have shit inside of the grand piano. No one is shitting the grand piano. You use it as a toilet.
Yeah, it turns out that Two Girls One Cup is just what happens when the last petal falls off the rose.
Boom, boom, boom. They start knocking on the door the minute the pedal comes down. Let us in. We have to shit. We were in the car just pounding Carl's Jr. We have to shit. What do you not understand?
Oh my god, a cup.
Oh, finally, what I know as a toilet.
Oh,
Shit. Well, I wish
fun.
that was the podcast in a lot of ways.
Yeah, me too.
You know, it's just so fun to be stupid. Just so fun.
Oh my god, in the chat, Aristotle pointed out to us, you know what? So it turns out that I was right to get mad at Nintendo. You know, the list came out of like companies that still use prison labor to make their products, and apparently Nintendo is
No.
why. No, what terrible fucking news, dude. I didn't know that. He's
Is
apparently.
it like I'm not trying to be any sort of way about it. I assume like Chinese prison labor.
I have no idea. None.
Like it must be like manufacturing or something over there. Like I just don't imagine it's like our state local prison is like, Warden, you want me to make a Zelda game? Like, you know, like,
I mean,
no one's. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I guess it's like.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to get into, but you know, prison labor is used to make a lot of things. You know, a lot of time it's farming.
No, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's awful. It's,
So I don't know. I particularly wouldn't be surprised. I have to look it up though. I don't want to have to stop using Nintendo. Fuck.
Shit, that sucks, man. That
Yeah,
really does
dude.
blow.
Yeah.
Man, do you think there's anything wrong with Mickey Mouse? Wait, so Mario's no good. What about Mickey? Oh my, dude, no more heroes, man. It's like you can't do anything these days. Oh, man,
You know,
that
before he
sucks.
was a cartoon,
Yeah.
Mickey ran a prison. You know that, right?
It's like, yeah. Mickey has war crimes against him.
Okay, let's read some emails.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, okay. This first email. Actually, I think we're just going to read the one email this time, and then the second listener email we'll read on the Patreon. But this email is from Aiden, and the subject line is, y'all ever uncover a repressed memory in quarantine?
Oh, shit. I
yeah.
think Ethan kind of like prompted for that, but
Totally.
we didn't know what we'd be biting off.
Yeah, exactly. And so their email says this: Hey, y'all, name's Aiden. I'm from Long Island, New York. New York, what's up? I'm from New York, so get excited. I get pretty excited.
York.
Yeah,
Hi,
man.
New York.
Both of our...
Hi, New York.
What's up?
I hear things are pretty fucked up right now in New York. I would
hope you're
get
okay.
out.
Hope you're safe.
Hope you're safe.
I'm sorry that your middle name is Pizza and your last name is Subway.
I'm sorry you have to deal with Cuomo.
Totally.
Like the most confidently stupid person next to Trump.
I know.
Whatever.
My name's Aiden from Long Island, New York. So I was driving around with my cousin when we drove down a stretch of road that uncovered something I hadn't really thought about since it happened. It wasn't the first time I'd been down that road, but it was the first time I had been down it with someone new. So I started laughing, and I go, yo, something crazy happened down here. Me and my friend were driving, and in the median, we just saw a car hit some guy. I stopped to clap my hands to simulate the sound of impact and nervously laughed again. Quote, it was crazy. He was there, then there was a car, then there was just shoes. Whoa. Oh, my God.
I mean, at some level.
Yeah. And then parentheses, I don't know if he ended up okay, but we stopped, and more capable people were handling it.
Holy shit.
Followed by more nervous laughter. I paused for like 15 seconds, and then I said out loud, huh, that's not funny. And my cousin was like, no, I'm sorry you experienced that.
Man. You know, seeing like a Wile E. Coyote wait for someone to die, like they get literally shot out of their shoes.
Yes.
It's actually traumatizing. Like literally, like if you were like, I saw a guy smoking a cigar and it wasn't a cigar, it was actually a stick of dynamite and his head blew off. You'd be like, oh, funny. And they're like, no, the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Wow, that's so funny, dude.
The worst.
Yeah, no, dude, it was so funny. I was driving down here, and I saw this guy running, and then this wolf came up and painted a cave on a mountain, and he just ran full speed into the mountain and died. It was fucking LOL, dude.
Yeah, I've had so many experiences like that where I don't process it right away.
Well, I think it's part of youth,
You know?
too. I think, when you're young, you haven't entirely conceived of your own mortality and thus anybody else's. And I used to laugh at crazy shit, and I look back and I'm like, damn, dude. I mean, it's one of the reasons kids, I think, are so mean. I've been telling a story about being a kid, and it'll literally go like this. Man, it was so funny. I was with my friends, and there was this overweight guy, and my friend was like, hey, fatty. And then we all laughed, and then no one laughs when I tell the story. And I'm like, oh, my God, that was abusive and terrible, and I can't believe we did that. And everyone was like, yeah, why did you tell that story? And you know what I mean? When you're a kid, it's just like, it was so funny, and it was not funny.
Yeah, when I remember the things I was laughing about was like me abusing other people. Like just making fun of another, child in class who's slightly weirder than me, so therefore he's like open game,
Yeah, a lot of like joking around as a kid, looking back, and I want to clarify, I think looking back, we can all realize that everyone got bullied and everyone bullied someone, but I was way more on the bullied end. I was mostly just bullied, and still even then, a lot of the joking we were doing was just shitty towards a human. It sucks. It's not
exactly.
okay.
Like kids don't have a good sense of humor. That's why they don't write SNL. I don't know. I was trying to think of like some. There's nothing good. I don't know.
And that's
There's
why
nothing
kids
good to
can't
point-
vote. If kids were funnier, then they could vote.
The new show, kids can't vote, and it's just asking kids like really deep political questions. Like, look at this fucking dumbass. He doesn't understand that the 3 branches of government. He's 5. That's why he can't vote.
Can
Fucking
you
idiot.
vote more than a 5th grader?
Yeah, he doesn't understand checks and balances, and it's just somebody voting in front of a child.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Aiden's email goes on to say they were like, "No, I'm sorry you experienced that." And when she said that, I realized that I had never really recounted that experience since. Before I talked about it, in my head, it was so surreal, it was kind of funny. But after experiencing my cousin's empathy, I realized how horrible it was. I don't know if it would have happened like this if my cousin hadn't showed empathy. One of my friends who I love so much would either hit me with a "damn, that's crazy, man," or joke about him being scared out of his boots or some dark shit, and I would have went along.
There we go.
I've just had more
like
time
us.
to reflect in general and not be around other people who are willing to be dark/cynical with me. Not that my cousin isn't, but we are less likely to goof on each other that way. Anyways, I love y'all. Listening since Suicide Buddies, and love both Nice Bum, Where You From, and Get Stupid. You can say my name if you end up reading this on the pod or whatever. Haha, smiley face. Thanks, Aiden. And also, yeah, I do think that a lot of things are being highlighted in ways they wouldn't have because of quarantine. Because, yeah, you're only around a specific subset of people in your life. So their reflection of your experiences and your reflection of theirs are going to be like how you process things.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people like probably stuck in quarantine with their families right now, like just
Dude.
blowing up. I mean, like the amount of times I fight with my family about like misremembering the situations in the past. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and now that you add the lens of like political discussion through
Totally.
it's like, dude, it's
Yeah.
a nightmare for people. But
Actually, yeah, Aristotle brought that up to us in the break. Aristotle had what I think is the absolute best idea ever for a y'all ever prompt, which is y'all ever have a difficult racism discussion with your family? I want to know those stories, and I think you're right, Hampton. I think they're worse in quarantine because you're trapped.
yeah, there's a lot of like, you don't have a job, they have a job, who's paying the bills, whatever.
Fuck,
but
right.
I think it's happening though, regardless. It's like you can't help it. Everyone's watching the news, everyone's then showing their parents like, by the way, you watch probably worse news than I do. Here's what I
Yeah.
watch. You know, like it's easier to like be in front of your parents right now and show them that sort of stuff. I want to say also with the email that it's like, that's cool. I really do think that's awesome that you got some kind of empathy towards that sort of stuff in your life. I mean, it sounds like, you know, I think like a healthy amount of dark joking is allowable. That's definitely where we went,
Sure.
you know, with it. And it's like, and I think I've reacted super with jokes at first because I'm not able to process stuff. But I think, yeah, look at, you know, not look at your life, but kind of like invite a lot of empathy into your life. And then you can always just you know, you can always have the darkness. I just kind of feel bad that it took that long in your life for someone to ever be like, what did you feel about that?
Right.
You know, how did that? Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe that wasn't a laughing thing. Maybe that was something that you're telling me because it's very sad to you. It's very personal.
Right.
You know, and I would just encourage that because that's very healthy. And, you know, just in the same way, I think dark humor is a healthy kind of way to deal with things. I just hope people kind of balance out the empathy with the,
Well, I think
the
that's the
darkness, you
reality
know?
of it being dark humor. And yeah, you know what's funny, man? I don't think we've ever actually specifically talked about this part of it. But I think one of the reasons we love this show and Suicide Buddies so much is that like with Suicide Buddies, the taking it seriously is inherently already there. And so like Hampton is in the video looking at a Playboy. And it didn't distract me at all. It didn't get to me. No, but it was the taking it seriously was inherently there. And so we just like added the dark comedy part. But yeah, the only way that making dark jokes to process dark things is healthy is if you also take it seriously. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just like being totally sociopathic about it and like only making dark jokes.
It's odd.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to me for a long time, but it's like the way and I'll say even just with this email, it's shining a light on what that is. You know, it's like I feel a lot for this person just having, you know, they feel like it's such a treat that someone would regard their feelings, you know, with, you know, a thought and kindness and, you know, like giving some of their attention to it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm just saying like, that's really important. That's important for you to give other people, and that's important for you to get. And also, like, joking around is good. You know, it's
they're
healthy,
both good.
You know?
They're both healthy. They're both necessary, I would say, for me at least.
And like, I hate it when people just take things seriously all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is the other level to that, but that's the point. Is it's a balance. You know?
Yeah, I think you need both for sure. And also, I think that might be it for the episode, man. You know? I think we might have done it.
Dude, not only that, I think it's it for the podcast.
Okay. Bye. Oh,
yeah. You guys, we come out with Patreon episodes every week. You can check that out at patreon.com/y'allever. We both have podcasts. Dave's podcast is Get Stupid. Mine is called Nice Bum, Where You From? You can find those on pretty much every podcast platform.
All of them.
Check them out. Check out my YouTube channel. Are we doing plugs? I
Sure.
kind of just got into plugs.
Check out Hampton's YouTube channel. Check out my Instagram. That's where I post most of my stand-up videos and other dumb shit. And also, I'm trying to, like, I don't know, spread the word about things that are happening as far as anti-racism goes and defunding the police. And if you're looking for things to share, we can help with that too. We're both doing that. Also, I encourage you to keep doing that and donating and protesting.
We've kind of been not making some episodes for Nice Bum Where You're From, but like all of the Patreon that we're getting from last month and this month we're donating. We like the Bail Project. We're looking into Black Lives Matter, and we're trying to do like a big like kind of charity vetting thing, and we don't want to like say like give to just one localized area, but I mean obviously people should do that. That's just what we're kind of doing. But yeah, it's a great time for this sort of stuff. I think it's awesome, man.
I've been making protest kits. That's what I have been focusing on the past week. That and protesting. And so that's taken up a lot of my brain space for that. But I really want to do something like you were just saying, Hampton. I think that's great you're doing that. And we should, somewhere over the course of this next week, we should and we will. So, yeah, what I'm saying is we've been focusing on those things. And we're very interested in helping people know where to donate and galvanizing people to donate. So we're going to be doing something like that with you, our fans, over the next week. We just haven't figured it out yet. Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
You're so awesome.
And I hope that you guys are we both hope you're just, you know, really taking care of yourselves. It's a very stressful time. Thank you so much for Ethan taking the time to write to us your stories, and thank you for, you know, responding to this podcast and, you know, being here.
Yeah, you're the best fans ever.
Yeah, glad you're alive.
Glad you're alive. Be well, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Starbane's Avenue.